Hey guys, it's Tara and welcome back to another video and another super delicious Instant Pot recipe. We're going to continue our fall themed recipes today. Now you guys have been asking for another easy and delicious soup, so we're going to make a minestrone soup. You guys are going to absolutely love it. Before we get started, if you have not already, I would love for you to be a part of this community. You do that by hitting the red subscribe button that's right below this video, and be sure to click the bell icon. That way you're notified each time I post a new video. If you guys are ready to make this super delicious minestrone soup, smash that like button and let's jump right into the video. We're gonna start with our potatoes. I have 2 large russet potatoes. You could also use sweet potatoes if you prefer. And we're simply going to remove the peel. Then I'm slicing each potato in half and in half again, and then I'm cutting them into small little wedges. You can keep them this size. However, I recommend cutting them bite size. Then I'm simply setting these in a bowl. Next, we're grabbing our carrots, and even though these are organic, I decided to remove the peel anyway. And then I'm just chopping these up. You can make these into little cubes, but I love just the simple round shape. Then we're gonna set it aside and grab our onion. I have 1 medium-sized yellow onion here. You could also use a white onion or even a red onion. And I'm simply dicing this up. You could also throw it inside of a blender and just puree it. That would be even easier. Remove the skins from the garlic. I'm using 5 very large cloves. Use as much or as little as you like. Minestrone soup can be made with or without pasta. I decided to cook my pasta on the stove separately. That way, since I'm meal prepping this, if I decided to have pasta that day, I could easily add a scoop into my bowl and top it with the soup. If you plan on always eating your minestrone soup with pasta, go ahead and throw the pasta in and cook it at the same time with the soup, and it will be delicious. When the water comes to a boil, add a little bit of salt. And then I'm using this chickpea pasta. I love this pasta, but you can use any pasta that you like and cook it according to the package instructions. Now it's time to grab our Instant Pot, set it to saute on high. I'm adding some avocado oil, the chopped up onions, and I'm just looking to soften these onions. And I want to do this without the garlic because I don't want the garlic to burn. After a few minutes, we're going to add the garlic and the carrots. I love to saute the carrots just to caramelize them just a little bit. Now I'm adding some tomato paste. I highly recommend adding the tomato paste now. That way you can really incorporate it in. I'm also using some garlic bouillon and some veggie bouillon. You can use all of one, and if you don't have the bouillon, you can also just use vegetable stock. And of course, I'm adding some dry red wine. I think wine really improves the flavor profile. However, if you don't want to cook with wine, you can simply add more water or broth. We're going to add the potatoes, some dried basil, and I'm using dried thyme. You could also use oregano, a little bit of salt, and this is where you really want to deglaze the bottom of the pot so nothing is stuck. I'm adding some red chili flakes because I love heat, and some cracked black pepper. Next, it's time to add the tomatoes. Now, I'm not going to stir it in. I'm just kind of pushing it down a little bit. Minestrone soup can be made with all different sorts of veggies. If I would have had some zucchini, I absolutely would have thrown it in, but I didn't have any. I did have some frozen green beans, so that's what I decided to use. Add the frozen green beans. You could also use frozen asparagus or any other kind of frozen veggie that you love. Adding just a little bit more water, close the lid, make sure it's set to sealing, and cook it on high pressure for 5 minutes. We're going to allow 10 minutes of natural pressure, perform a quick release, and when the pin drops, open the lid. Next, I'm gonna add some frozen green peas. I didn't want to add these in the beginning because I wanted them to retain their delicious texture. I'm also adding some balsamic fig vinegar. Highly recommend. To serve up this soup, I'm first adding a ladle of that chickpea pasta. Then I'm gonna add the warm, delicious soup right on top, garnish it with some fresh Italian parsley, some red chili flakes. You guys are gonna absolutely love this recipe. I love pairing soup with a crusty bread. I've got a great recipe on this channel if you wanna check it out below. You guys have got to try this recipe. I hope you enjoyed today's video and that you have a chance to try it. Let me know any other recipe ideas you have for a future episode in the comments below. I'm gonna leave a playlist of some delicious fall recipes on the screen over here if you'd like to check that out. Thanks so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye guys.